And the reason for that, Vit, is that every business out there has a database that they haven't touched in many years, more than likely. So if you can guarantee that business owner instant revenue by reactivating that, they're going to trust you. Okay. And we don't do that all at once. I drip that in. So we
Oh,
drip that
absolutely, yeah.
in, we drip it in, and we don't want, we don't want a one hit wonder. And all of a sudden this week we got everything. And the next week it dries up. We drip that in. Then also reputation management. So we're going to handle the reviews. Again, reviews equals revenue, in my opinion. You start getting them a lot of reviews, they're getting better Google positioning, which results in revenue. They're going to like that. Then you're going to answer their phone 24/7, 365. They're not doing that now. I can guarantee you, most small businesses, 65% of the calls go unanswered. Or even if they leave a message, they don't get followed up on. So right there, you've increased revenue. And then lastly, you have a chatbot that's working on their website, but not only their website, it's working on all their channels, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and it's answering 24/7 as well and booking to their calendar. That's a tremendous benefit. So if you bundle all those together, now you're talking, and then, they're going to trust you. Once you have success there, then you can build on other services. But then the voice comes very natural at that point. They're going to be very comfortable with you.
Hmm.
So then we onboard them, and that's very important. If you're going to have a customer that says, "Hey, listen, I want to do voice AI," but he doesn't give you any guidelines, you're going to be, it's like shooting darts in the dark. You're not going to, it's not going to go very well. So it's very important that you get the details. Go ahead. But basically, once you get their details, then you develop a framework and then you deploy it. We can go into that further.
Yeah. Before we go into that, can we go in a bit more details on how you onboard them? What would be like some of the questions that you'd ask them? What would be like the key questions to ask? Like what information is really, really critical to gather so that you get this right?
I mean, the number one question that we get is like, should we give pricing on the call? That's number one. Some people say, yeah, I want to give pricing on the call. Other people say, I will never give pricing on the call. It all depends on your industry. I mean, I do them very, very, very detailed, where it'll do math on the call and give them pricing. For example, like a window washer. Oh, I have this many windows. I charge this much per window. And they can give them a roundabout estimate, and let them know and say, listen, this is a roundabout estimate. When we see the job, we'll confirm that. Same thing with roofing, pressure washing, things like that. Home-based businesses. So pricing is a big deal to folks. What else is a big deal? Well, other things that are a big deal is a lot of people in the medical field, they don't want to talk about any medical conditions. So that's kind of critical. Just their whole business operation. Every single business owner that I've dealt with is different. There's no two that are alike, and they could be in the same niche and not be the same.